Being a video game fan these days can be extremely exhausting. I believe that there is this place where you can have positive and fun conversations about the latest happenings in the video game industry. However, it's a niche spot when compared to just hating everything. And I think right now, gaming is in a good spot. There definitely are parts of it that are not that positive. Microtransactions being added into things, EA being bought by the Saudi private investment fund. That's not great, but there are a lot of good things. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, maybe the best game I've ever played. That just came out last year. There's plenty of other great RPGs, Baldur's Gate, people really loved. If you're not into RPGs, there's games like Astrobot that won Game of the Year, or Balatro. There's just so much to be positive about in the gaming space, but the truth is, being positive does not get you clicks and views. Being positive realistically gets you ignored. The sensationalist headlines of this is failing will always be more popular than a headline that's just like, this is actually very good and I enjoy it, which is sad. One of the reasons I wanted to make this video today about this kind of a thing is I've noticed that no game can come out without being like a culture war flashpoint anymore. I think this really came to a head last year when Assassin's Creed Shadows came out and people were upset that one of the main characters was an African man who was a samurai, at least according to a lot of the historians I've seen talk about it, but they were adamant that he was not. He was like, who cares? It's a fucking fictional game. It's, just a fun take on stuff. And he wasn't the only character in it. There was an actual Japanese woman in it as well, but I don't know. People were very upset about that. Extended to Ghost of Yote with, the main character, Jin, not being the main character of that one after Ghost of Tsushima. But, it's a different story, telling a whole new story about a different warrior, which I think was pretty fun. But, that's when I really was like, okay, this is getting sad. But maybe it's just certain games they'll be upset about. But no, it's every game. I mean, the Master Chief, well, not the Master Chief, the Campaign Evolved version of Halo 1 came out, and I genuinely cannot even fathom the vitriol that's coming out for just a port of a Halo game. One thing was very funny where people were saying they changed the fact that you can't kill all the people on the bridge. Like, you can't kill this woman. This is trash. It's like, first of all, who gives a fuck? Second of all, pretty weird that you're going out of your way to find this, but it's not even a big deal. Then they're like, oh, you kill the brutes too easily. And I was like, do you? Or is this how it always was and you just didn't play it when you were younger? Because that seems to be more likely the case. But I saw them being like, okay, only like 1% of PlayStation players played the Master Chief or Combat Campaign Evolved game, which, sure, whatever, not the biggest thing. But then someone else was pointing out on Steam, like, oh, well, the Master Chief Collection has more concurrent players. I mean, Campaign Evolved came out last week, and a lot of people probably beat it. And you're going to keep playing the same campaign over and over? Or are you somebody who were like, yeah, this was so much fun. I can't wait to try out this game, more. I can't wait to play the second game. Where can I play that? The Master Chief Collection. So it's not that surprising when a single player game loses a lot of their players after like a week, especially when it's like a 12-hour campaign. But It feels like only negative headlines get attention, which I think is very disappointing. And I don't really see the point in even covering video games. You're just going to be negative. And of course, if something is negative, I will talk about it, but I'm not going out of my way to project negativity on everything. But what are your thoughts on this? Am I right here, or is this completely off base? Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe. Check out the main channel where you get everything. This is Those Fake Nerds. Also check out our sports channel where you get sports, and our podcasting channel, Better Radio. Other than that, really do appreciate you taking the time to check this one out, and I'll see you in the next one.